cuffs are off, man. Get right. Too many left in these leagues, but I ain't gonna leave. I'ma get right. Get right. Down to the bottom and scratch it for all the...
Hey everybody, Adam Rank here.
What's up everybody? It's Marcus Grant.
This is AJ Dillon of the Green Bay Packers.
I got to give a shout out to y'all at Get Right Fantasy.
If you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? You want to lose your league?
Our league, check out the Get Right Fantasy Network.
You got to get right with the Get Right Fantasy Network.
And best of luck with your podcast. Appreciate the support.
You're tuned in to watch my boys at Get Right Fantasy Network. Get you right. Enjoy the show.
But I tune in every Friday. Strategies provided, I will lock in every way. So go and roll your sleeves up. Yeah, go roll your sleeves up. And I'm getting down, cause I roll my sleeves up. And I'm getting right, cause I roll my sleeves up.
What up? What up? What up, world? Welcome back. This is the Get Right Fantasy Network with me, Mike Herrick, aka Classic Mike, and this is our Week 7 active and inactive show. I'm just going to be going. I'm going to be going over some news since Friday's show. Then, at 11:30, we're going to, give you the news as it comes in and give you the actives and inactives for the 1 p.m. games. And I'll try to give you some updated, news as it comes in if there's anything at 4 o'clock. I'm also going to give you guys some live updates with the current game that's going on, the Patriots and the Jags. They're out in London. Right now, it is, I believe, 21-10, and it's a pretty good game. So we'll give you guys some, insight on that. I also have a surprise guest here today. I mean, I wasn't expecting this until literally 2 minutes ago. My boy, Rasta.
Hey, what's
What
up,
brother?
man? How's it going? Good morning.
Early on this West Coast day. So I got my buddy Rasta here. So we're going to be jumping some questions back and forth, answering any start sit question you guys have. So make sure you guys throw them in the chat. Believe me, we're going to get to all of them as we go. Also, we have our super chats on as well. So make sure you guys, if you want anything, answered immediately, we will stop the show just to answer your questions. But go ahead, drop your questions in the chat. Be sure to also include things like league size, league type, the full PPR, half PPR, tight end premium, all that stuff. It just helps us give you a better answer to the question that you're asking. Also, make sure you guys are checking out, if you're new to the show, make sure you guys check out our weekly schedule. We're going to be back here every day pretty much, except for Saturday, but we're working on that. Don't you worry. We also have our Monday show where we have Rasta back here with Frank doing waiver wire ads to get you guys ready for week 8. Then we also have Tycoon coming into the fantasy boardroom on Tuesday. And then we have our trade show with Rasta and Frank again. They'll help you guys with any trade conversation that you have, targets to aim for, things like that. They're going to help you on Wednesday. Phil's going to also be here on Wednesday with his show as well, and on Thursday. So doing his thing on the extra point. And then on Friday, we have our dual show for start sit. I know we did, one big show, but, we like helping each other out. And sometimes it works out that way. We can do one big show, but it's great when we can have two. But then that's what we have. So make sure you guys check that out. Like I said, we're going to have a Saturday show coming up shortly. We do have some things in the works for you guys, so don't you worry. So first and foremost, we're going to give you guys some news prior to actives and inactives. One of the biggest news is, biggest things that I've seen is Nick Chubb is coming back. I'm excited. I mean, I'm not playing him anywhere, but I'm excited. No, you're not playing him. But it is exciting to see him come back.
He's probably going to score a touchdown.
Oh yeah, no, they're going to definitely give him the touchdown. But he is. I can't wait for this game. It's going to be fun to see him back. He's been through a tough road, and excited to have him back.
As a football fan, it's going to be good.
Yeah, for sure. Ray Davis was thrown onto the injury report on Thursday with a calf injury. He's going to be, he was limited Thursday and Friday. He did practice. They did say they're going to see how he goes from there, but they're not sure. This is going to be a game time decision for Ray Davis. So I would anticipate, they did have some negative reports during the week saying that they're unsure if he's going to play and so on and so forth. So just be aware of that. Marvin Harrison Jr. actually cleared concussion protocol. I'm a little shocked on my own, but will play Monday night. Zay Jones is also going to be active, as well as Michael Wilson. So all the wide receiving options are ready for, Kyler Murray on Monday night. Versus the Chargers. So this is, good, good for the Cardinals overall. Russell Wilson looks like he's going to be getting the starter position for Sunday. They're also going to use Justin Fields in certain packages and so on. But Russell is going to be getting the start this week. Jacoby Myers downgraded to doubtful. They expect him to be out. He's not going to be playing this week, so don't worry about him. One guy I'm really focused on because I'm really not 100% is Deontay Johnson. Adam Schefter posted that he is expected to play today. He's a 4:00 game. I've been very cautious about him, and I always have somebody in my lineup. I got out of 10 teams, I have him on 7. So I always like to keep a good eye, and as much as, Adam Schefter says expected doesn't mean that it's actually going to happen. We'll see. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, tough call. With him, I think, and I've heard the pronunciation Leggett. I don't know
Leggett.
which way it goes. But I think he might be a sneaky play. Like, even if he is, Deontay Johnson is active.
Fair enough.
Maybe he's not 100%, and maybe they draw some more stuff up to Leggett. I'm going to go with that pronunciation. It sounds fun.
So I'm facing Rasta this week in one of his home leagues, and I have Deontay on my bench. I have Deontay in the flex with Leggett on my bench. Should I be?
I may or may not be persuading you to do that.
It is what it is. So we're waiting to hear a little bit more about things like Devin Singletary as well. Right now, the thought is he's going to play. So they're going to be a two-headed monster out there. Right now, I'm seeing the Jags and Patriots getting started again. They're just ramping up as we go. They're going to be kicking off the second half in a few minutes. Jags are going to get the ball. Jags have been playing real well today. They had a really rough first go, but now they've kind of gotten their rhythm. It's 22-10. I was off. I thought it was 21, but they got that 2-point conversion.
Oh yeah, because
Brian Thomas Jr. Man, looking
Brian Thomas
solid. 60-yard touchdown or 60-yard catch plus more. Tank, getting a touchdown, and then they, returned a kick, a punt for a touchdown as well with Parker Washington. I mean, yeah, man, it's something. They're actually rolling right along. They got the ball now. We'll see what they do with it. Other news that we have: Mike Evans, his hamstring, he's off the injury report, but also know that Vita Vea is a game time decision with the hamstring injury of his own. And we also have Rachaad White, who is also listed as questionable. So we're going to see what happens for that Monday night game. But Mike Evans is ready to roll. So if you got Baker, you're not too scared, right? Right. So I'm going to –
and the three-headed monster going on in there in Tampa Bay. I'm sure we'll get to that later.
Oh, it's going to be gross. So Dangerous Toys wants to know about Aaron Jones. He is playing today. He is expected to play as per Adam Schefter. He's coming off
the injury report.
Yeah. So
not even a designation.
No designation anymore. It looks like he's good to go. Hood, great to have you. Looking forward to, hopefully you enjoy what we do here. Yep, no problem, brother. So hopefully you enjoy what we're doing here. If you have any questions, make sure you guys throw them in the chat. That's what we're here for. Ross will be back in just a minute. He was just joining me today just for some fun. It's a little rare to get him on the West Coast, so don't worry. It's good to have him here to bounce some things off of. Ricky Purcell is active today for the 49ers. He will be starting, or he'll be in the lineup one way or another. Josh Downs, Michael Pittman, and Alex Pierce, they are all questionable, but they are expected to play as per Adam Schefter. So they will be around. Like I just said, Aaron Jones is expected to play. Ooh, big play by Dearness Johnson. Very big play. It was raining before out in London, and now it looks like it's cleared up a little bit. The grass was really wet and kind of, they were slipping around a little bit, but looks like everything is moving pretty well now. But yeah, big play by Dearness. Brian Robinson Jr. looks like he is expected to play with the hamstring injury. He's coming off the bye. It looks like he is good. Or no, he's not coming off a bye. I'm sorry, I read the wrong one. But he's expected to play. Don't you worry. Cooper Kupp is the only guy that right now he is unexpected to play, as per Adam Schefter. He looks to be a game time decision, but the Rams tend to be more of the team to kind of hold back on some guys. I read a report before that they might want to hold him back a bit. So right now he's unlikely to play. Jordan Winnington is going to be he's available. He has a questionable tag as well, but he's going to play today. Juju Smith-Schuster is expected to play today with hamstring spasm, as Andy Reid called it. Means he just had a little bit of a little spasm in his hamstring, but he's good to go. Hold on one sec. Let me get Ross back in here. There he is. And then I'm also waiting to hear for more news on Dontavian Wicks. I know that people are probably not going to play him today, but still waiting on news for him, as well as Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker popped up on the injury report as questionable with an illness as of yesterday. So we're going to wait and see. He did travel to Atlanta, so it's something to monitor leading up to the actives and inactives. If he's out, you are loading up Zach Charbonnet without even thinking twice. I have him in a couple leagues, and I'm going to be starting him if that ends up being the case.
Yeah, as soon as we get that news, I gotta find out because I have a couple places where I can make.
And guess what? Guess where you're gonna find out? Right here. So if you guys have any questions, we're gonna have them. I'm gonna make sure you guys know the actives and inactives right as they come in. I get them pretty much within a second of it being posted. So I will let you guys know as soon as I get it. So KJ, what's going on, brother? He goes, question for Ross.
KJ?
What is Purdy's TD to INT interception ratio and final 49ers and Chiefs score? What do you think?
It's going to be 4-1.
Ooh,
it's 4 touchdown gay. And
gay or gay?
4 touchdown game. GAME.
I know. I heard day.
Okay. Maybe a little cutout on the mic or the connection.
Oh
there. But yeah, so 4-1. He will throw one. And final score is going to be 31-17.
Okay.
Niners.
31-17 Niners.
No. It's not going to be like that. It's actually going to be 2-1. And I think it's going to be a lot closer, like 24-21 or something.
Okay. All right.
27-24 sounds good. Niners.
KJS, does any of that go
absolutely
to
not. Absolutely not. 2 to Kittle.
2 to Kittle. All right.
One rushing touchdown by Debo.
Okay. All right. I like that prediction. I have Kittle playing today in my bully tight end league. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully that becomes the case.
And just for the record, this isn't like a get back game for this. Like, they won the Super Bowl. Like, there is no, we beat you the next time we played you. Like, that doesn't even matter. So to me, that's out the window.
No, this is just a
Super Bowl preview. Our team's banged up. Their team's banged up. This is not the shootout or like the potential, thriller that it could have been, coming off the Super Bowl. But yeah, I mean, it would still be nice to beat them. I mean, they still are undefeated, and to be able to, have them come into our house and just get a W. They're like the most vulnerable that they've been, at any point. So our defense needs to step up, offense needs to step up, and just get the win. I mean, we're 3-3 right now. Like, we need this win. This is like a must win. It has nothing to do with the Chiefs. It doesn't matter who it was right now. We need to win. So.
Oh no, Dangerous Toys. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's a tough call right there. I'm loving Brian Thomas Jr., brother. You can pretty much, he's an every week starter.
Hard to get him in over Higgins, but I have a couple lineups with both Higgins and B2J in there. So
yeah, it's one of those things where I see him as an every week, solid wide receiver too. He's a beast. This kid is a solid player. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is tied to him, but he was a first, he has a 101 pedigree that he can still play well. Like, he is still a good, thrower of the ball. It's really just he doesn't have time to do it. He's really just struggling with the pocket and struggling with, that line. So honestly, he's been looking solid this whole game going against a, Patriots defense that isn't the same as what it used to be, but it is definitely, a formidable defense. But they are running all over the Patriots right now. They've had some pretty huge runs. Tank is going nuts right now. D'Ernest is, they're on the 9-yard, or no, they are on the, where are they? 7-yard line right now. They're looking to, put this ball in right now. They are on the goal, or they are basically 3rd and goal right now. And of course, Evan Ingram isn't in there, which doesn't make any. Oh wait, no, there he is. I was gonna say they've been peppering Evan Ingram all day, so I'm kind of hoping they do that here. Let me see what we got. Big throw to the corner. Oh, Christian Kirk almost had it. No catch. Man, he got 1 foot. It was a college touchdown, but it is not a NFL.
Not good enough, Kirky. Not good enough.
It was close. It was very close. It was a
I had
really
to sit
good
Kirk in a couple spots this week.
Nope, got that second toe on the line. Hey man, it was close. Definitely close. I really
Isaiah likely it.
Yeah. Missed it by a hair. Well, no, I wouldn't call it Isaiah Likely. Isaiah Likely was a literal toe. That was a whole foot.
A toenail.
Oh, it was definitely a toenail. That was a crazy play. But that, they were close. They ended up getting the field goal off of it, so it's 25-10. Jags taking a commanding lead. I had to start Demario Douglas in a few leagues. So far, that's been okay. I think the lead benefactor in this particular game, receiving wise, has been Hunter Henry. Getting 6 for 6 for 55. Hasty got his touchdown.
Started him in several places over Mark
Hunter?
Andrews.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. The way he's been playing.
Yeah.
So Hunter Henry, I don't mind. I have him on my dynasty team. I don't even think about loading him up, even though I have him. But I also have Laporta, McBride, Kittle. There's no point in playing him. You want him? No, I'm kidding.
Bully tight ends. No, I want one of your running backs, though. I could use a running back, really bad.
I know. And I have all of them.
Really, really bad.
No, but me and Ross are in a
how do you have
competitive dynasty league. I have every running back that is somewhat viable. And me and him are second and third right now. We are fighting for that one spot.
Tycoon is number 1.
Yeah, yeah. Tycoon is 1. And I'm facing our 3-time champ today. So I need a good
take him down.
Yeah, we need to take him down a peg. Good old Nye. Man. Knee. Shit. I knew the minute I said it. Knee.
It's Nick.
I know, man. I just always forget how to say his name. Well, the way that he has it in the thing.
And shout out to KJ Flint. He's in here too. He's in this league. He's right in the middle. He's he's trying to figure out what he wants to do.
He's getting his way up there. I've tried to make.
He just keeps getting injury after injury.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He had the Rice injury. I thought. Believe me, KJ, throw him. I don't mind trying for him. I would love that. He goes, Smokey the Cat, what's up, brother? He goes, what up, guys? He said, should I sit Marvin Harrison Jr. or switch for one of these guys? Neighbors, Godwin, Higgins. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. Also play Rams or Bengals. I'm going with Bengals. Yeah, you're going with Godwin or Neighbors.
How do you go? How are you sitting those guys? This must be Dynasty Smokey.
Yeah. Because
some people don't even have that good of wide receivers in a 3 wide receiver league, let alone whoever
you would have to have gotten Harrison Jr. and Neighbors in the second and third, then Godwin later.
Oh wait, no. Okay, I think he's saying he's starting these 3. Should he start MHJ over any of those 3?
Wait,
that's what he's asking.
Reread it. Or switch for one of these. No.
So he's saying he's sitting Marvin Harrison Jr. right now.
No, should I sit? It says, should I sit Marvin Harrison Jr. or
switch meaning, or should he sit Neighbors, Godwin, or Higgins?
No. The answer
That's what I'm saying. So the answer is yes, you should sit MHJ and start those 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So then, yes.
That's what I
goes
mean. I just want to make sure we're clear
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sit and in this case, yes. I mean, you have an abundance of riches. Would you play him over Higgins?
That's the only
guy that
question.
I would. Yeah.
But like Higgins is on fire and MHJ hasn't necessarily been on fire and Kyler hasn't looked great. So like, they have a good matchup, but I mean, I think Higgins right now, I can't get MHJ
Going
over
against the
those three
Browns.
at the moment.
I mean, just looking at that over under being 41 compared to the Chargers being at 44 and Chargers being favored in that game, they might have to come back a little bit and throw the ball while since he's favored by 5.5. So narratively, I would think at this point,
it's currently 44 over under now.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe Harrison over Higgins, like that's the only guy that I would probably do it. But you're playing it, you're getting a huge risk with that one. Joe Burrow has never beaten the Browns. Like he is 1-9 against them or something like that. I forgot the number. So I mean, it's not so good. So I'd rather take on a matchup that I have, a good opportunity, but risk of for concussion and stuff is rare, but it's there. So I get the hesitation, but
you could devil's advocate any of the other ones except for
I was just going to say
like Godwin is your must start for sure.
No, Godwin and Neighbors, you're starting without even thinking twice, even though it's a bad matchup for Neighbors, but it's volume. So
no, but that's what I mean. Like literally the only, like you can make an argument for one of the other two, but like Godwin is your for sure. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Good luck,
we got Patrick. What's going on, Patrick? My big blue brother. Yeah, in this thing, he goes, "Go big blue." So pick one: Josh Jacobs, Zach Moss, Smith-Schuster, and Green Bay D or San Francisco. I like San Francisco's D today
against Pat Mahomes and the team that they can't beat.
Nah. I like it. No, you know why? Because of him struggling the last few weeks.
Struggling in fantasy
line by line,
like in real life.
True, but line by line, man, I'm telling you, I like the matchup. Green Bay's defense is fine, but it's nothing.
They're both tough. Yeah, they got Green Bay going against Houston. I mean, Niners defense, I think, has a better chance to put up points per se. I mean, I think
that's what I mean.
Fred Warner alone is going to get you either an interception or a fumble.
Oh, for sure.
So, yeah, like, I think he's had one almost every game.
Yeah, I play Fred Warner everywhere. But going with one of these guys, Josh Jacobs, Moss, or Smith-Schuster, I have to lean Josh Jacobs. I like Smith-Schuster in this game too, but I'm gonna go with Josh Jacobs for sure.
That'd be my order: Jacobs, Schuster, Moss. I'm starting Schuster in a couple places just to see.
Yeah, I have Schuster in a few places because of injuries to like Cup or a couple other guys that I have to.
You've seen that team I have, or I have Collins, Puka, Rashee Rice.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, I have
wide receivers gone.
Dude,
it's like
my home league has Collins and Rice, and they're both out. My other league has Collins. I have Collins in pretty much every league, and I knew you were hurt when that happened.
Yeah, I knew you were going to be hurting. Yeah.
But
I'm benefiting from that this week, or else I'd be facing Collins this week. So
and Rice.
Against,
I had Collins
Green
and Rice
Bay
in that league. God. I had Collins and Rice in that league.
Right. That's one of them. Yeah, you do have Rice there.
Oh yeah. So I mean, I have that combo everywhere. Patrick, he goes, I have Lazard stashed on my bench. I looked at his numbers. He's 11th ranked, but now with Adams, who knows? But stashing him, yeah, it's hard to cut Lazard. But right now, you could if you need to pick up a better option. I'm okay with you dropping him. There's really no way that with that type of scenario, they're going to still involve him because Aaron Rodgers likes him. But he's production.
He's going to be in. I mean, he's just going to be in the Mike Williams role now.
Yeah.
Just a way better Mike Williams.
Yeah, younger and better. So Smokey the Cat goes in. Yes, I was asking if I should swap one So I'll keep as is or Marvin Harrison Jr. On the bench in a 12-team redraft. That's redraft. I told you. He probably went Marvin Harrison early. He went Neighbors right after, then probably got Godwin a little bit later.
Yeah, later.
But still,
Probably
got
took a running
Godwin
back
and
and then
Higgins
got
after
Godwin.
that. Yeah,
Man. Nice drafting, Smokey. Nice drafting.
I like it. So Dangerous Toys goes 10-team PPR. I have Bijan as my running back 1, Moss or Charbonnet as running back 2. This is more difficult. I will tell you, if Kenneth Walker is inactive, you're playing Charbonnet. Like, let's just make that very clear. I will let you guys know that shortly. It will be the next, in 5 minutes. I will run down all the information that I get. But that for sure, I would play Charbonnet. If Walker is active, though, I might stick with Moss, even though the matchup is a little bit more. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult. But I mean, just to give you perspective, Cleveland is about 13th, in points per game against the running back, 13th best, if you want to put it that way. So it's not a bad matchup, but it's not a horrible, it's not bad. So, yeah. What do you think?
Basically exactly what you said. There's even a small chance I would consider just playing Charbonnet.
I thought about that too.
Anyway, just because maybe if Walker is still sick, he still may give it a go, but maybe it's more a 50-50 split. Limited. Like, why are they going to give him 25 carries when he is kind of sick? So they know Charbonnet's completely capable, so there's a spot like that I'm considering just playing him. I'm in 18 leagues, so I don't remember the exact spot, but I know I'm waiting on that tidbit of information so I can go back through and do my rundown with my teams and make that decision. So,
right now they've been doing like a 60-30-40 split throughout the last few weeks, until Charbonnet was out or till Walker was out. But when Walker was out, I mean, he controlled 90. Ooh, big catch by Brian Thomas.
Let's go.
When Walker's out, or when Walker was out, Charbonnet commanded 96 to 84% of the snaps. Though that's huge, and you can tell that the running back is the huge part of this offense. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens with that. So we'll see what happens, leading up to game time. But I'm starting to get some actives and inactives right now. Texans just threw theirs in. Only Robert Woods is anybody that you would need to know about at this point, but I don't think you're playing Robert Woods anywhere.
Bobby Trees.
Yeah, Bobby. Come on. Freaking Demario Douglas is ill, so apparently he's questionable to return. That's great. While he was playing, come on, man. I have Demario. I had to play Douglas in a few spots.
I chose to play him actually over a couple people in some leagues.
I had no choice but to play him, because if I didn't play him, I was stuck with Deontay Johnson. But I should have went with Jordan Whittington, but I just stupidly didn't.
That was like Cup's not playing, huh?
Yeah, Cup is definitely. It's based on what I keep seeing, he's not playing. So
that's what I'm seeing too.
Yeah, so I see this is a freaking awesome team, and I kind of wish I was in your league right now, because you got Bijan, Harrison, Josh Allen, Neighbors. Wow, look at that! He got Neighbors in the 4th.
Hey, I could dodge bullets, baby. Like, he dodged a lot of bullets, man, in those 6 picks.
Did. But those are.
Who'd you get 5? I was saying he took a running back 5.
Yeah,
and then got Godwin 6. I called that.
Yeah, that would make the most sense, unless
that's crazy that
a tight end there.
Neighbors went 4th, but I guess if he was on the turn or something.
Man, Brian Thomas is just getting peppered off screenplays. They just keep.
You're ahead of me. Like you say it, and I'm like, let's go, and then I see it. It's like a replay.
Hey, man, it is one of those things, man, that I guess New York has better Wi-Fi.
No, I'm watching on my so I got
you're good. You're watching on Frank's thing?
No.
Okay.
My app that I've had for years.
All right. So for his 24th birthday, despite his questionable tag due to an illness, it looks like Kenneth Walker will be active today.
Yeah,
So
and it's a
Kenneth
birthday
Walker-
game.
Yeah, and it's a birthday game. So Kenneth Walker, we got Kamara in the 5th. Nice.
Maybe his illness was he went out a little too late.
Maybe.
A
Maybe.
little alcohol poisoning, maybe.
Hey, illness is
allegedly.
undefined. Yeah, maybe he's just not feeling well from drinking too much.
Yeah.
That's he's active today.
Oh,
He's
and
good
to
to
end
go.
around, they're just
Dude,
trying to get him involved, huh?
They're doing anything they
That's
can
his
to get
second
him
run
involved.
of the game already, actually.
Yeah.
I think he has 2 carries.
So yeah, Bengals D definitely for me today against Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I don't have that option, but I have to start the Rams. I think I'm actually starting the Rams against you. Classic.
You are. Yeah, you picked them up. Rams aren't a horrible option today either, but I do like the Bengals just a smidge more.
Chicago on a bye.
Bengals inactives right now are Trent. It looks like Trent Irwin is active. Wait. This guy doesn't know how to write a tweet. He says
Bengals?
Tremont Burton is active over Trent Irwin. Okay. So Trent Irwin is inactive. You're not playing him anyway, but just good to know. Justin Simmons is cleared to play today after working through a hamstring injury. So it looks like the Falcons get Justin Simmons back today, which is good for them in their secondary. So Justin Simmons will be playing today. So at least one of the guys we're waiting on is active. So Kenneth Walker is active. A lot of these other guys that I mentioned before, like Brian Robinson Jr. and so on, and Cooper Kupp, they're going to be playing at 4:00. So you got to keep an eye out for those active and inactive reports. They usually come out like 3:00 is like the latest that they come out. 3:30, I think, is 2:45 is like the earliest most of them come out. So just keep an eye on it. Amari Cooper is officially active, and so is Ray Davis. So Ray Davis will be playing today. This might be a little bit of a, this might hurt James Cook a little bit, but I don't think a ton if he's dealing with an injury. They're going to try to keep him healthy. Looks like Javon Holland is ruled out for the Dolphins, which is making a move here. I see on air going with Chicago.
I just remembered. I was like, I actually dropped the Chicago D. I probably don't want to do that. And like Spears is hurt. Nobody in this league is picking up Spears anyway. And Pollard has that on lock over there at the moment.
I picked up Michael Pittman within 10 seconds of him being dropped. So don't question that.
I'm not touching Michael Pittman. You know that.
What the fuck? So Jameis Winston is inactive today, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson is the team's backup. What are the Browns doing?
Browns things.
Just Browns things. What's up, bro, Cal? Good to see you,
brother. I just saw that too. Go ahead, Ambassador Extraordinaire.
You're sitting here.
I forgot. Yeah, you go ahead. It's your show. I'm just here. Here.
I know. It's all good. So yeah, that's the news that I got so far. Nothing else that's pretty crazy. Will Levis is inactive, which we kind of already knew. There were a lot of reports prior to this that they were going to have him inactive today. So Will Levis is inactive, as well as Tajay Spears. He is inactive, partially why Rasta just dropped him. Let's see. Big run by Tank Bigsby. Just got a 20-yard run. Hey, man, he's just plowing right through, man. This is a tough game for me to watch because I think one team I do have Tank Bigsby, Brian Thomason Jr., and Evan Ingram, all three of them playing. So that team is doing well, but I'm facing a team that's doing Tank Bigsby and Brian Thomas. So it is rough.
Yeah, it's tough when you play in multiple leagues like that,
Yeah, it's always rough when you it's always rough when if you have to face it and like you need it to happen at the same time. I hate that.
I had a situation like that with Brees Hall last week. I had him in one league. It got me the win in one league, but
Yeah,
cost
got
me
you
the
the
other
loss.
one.
The other So for the Giants game, for those that care, Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns are active today, so that's huge for their defense. Dan Bellington is also active. He's one of their he's one of their better safeties. So it's good to see. Aaron Jones is officially active. He will be playing today. Some other Dallas Goedert we already knew about being out today, so he will be inactive. So Smokey the Cat goes parlay today. He goes Bigsby touchdown, Tyreek touchdown, Kyron touchdown, Gibbs touchdown, and Boswell for over 1.5. I don't hate that. I don't know about the Tyreek touchdown though.
Yeah, that might be the toughest one.
Yeah, the Kyron one.
I'd rather switch that to money.
The Kyron one I can see just because they've been trying to keep his streak alive. So I know that they're going to definitely try to get him involved. Gibbs, I can definitely see it, but I would rather have Monty in my own opinion. Tyreek, man, is just tough. It's tough to trust this, offense, but they are coming off a bye. Hopefully that gives, Snoop Huntley an opportunity to gain some chemistry, but man, he can't do anything on the ground. I have not seen him been able to throw a decent ball or anything. He does not look like himself from the years past in the playoffs with the Ravens. But this is a completely different offense. I know the offense, and they need a guy like Tua who just sits in the pocket and distributes quickly. This is not that type of quarterback. I don't understand why they went with it. I'm still trying to figure that out, but it is what it is. All right. So I think overall, those are all the actives and inactives. I haven't heard anything else, but if I do hear it throughout the show, I will let you guys know. Like I do every week, I try to give you guys some, I try to give you guys a, some casual DFS value picks, for those that play, just because, I know a lot of you guys out there are involved. So let me bring up our thing right here. Right now, we have Josh Allen and Jaden Daniels at the top, as they should be. But like I said, we want to go with some value here. And my value picks that I have so far, I have Geno Smith here at $7,600 going against the Falcons. I think it's a decent price
I'd rather
point.
take Darnold.
Well, I didn't get to Darnold.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Your show.
Have you watched my show before?
I'm a backseat driver. My bad.
No, but you're not wrong. So I have Sam Darnold at 7,500. That's a great value for the price and what you're getting, and this particular game altogether. We have Andy Dalton just a smidge down at $7,300 going against Washington. This is just two really, really bad defenses going against each other. It should be one of those fun shootout games where they just throw it all over the place. Kirk Cousins going against the Seahawks. This is another one that I like a lot. Kirk Cousins has been on fire lately. Got to ride that hot hand and see what you can do.
Seahawks are about middle of the pack against quarterbacks too, so that's not a bad play at all.
I like that matchup. And then we have Matthew Stafford going against the Raiders. Raiders are just a tough, really bad defense. And recently, and I like this more if Cup was going to be playing, but I made this prior to the news of Cup. So right now I don't mind this play if you want to spend down a little bit. I have no problem with it. Next, we go on to the running backs for this particular.
Hold on, who's lower? Is there anyone lower than?
No one worth it.
Lower than Daniel Jones
Watson,
Rodgers.
You don't want Hunt. No, you can go Mason Rudolph if you really want to, but
no.
I don't think that's a good play.
I just wanted to see if there's anyone down there that sometimes you can get one of those sneaky builds in there like that. Spencer Rattler for 4,000 last week or whatever.
No. I look deep into these prior to putting them out there. Believe me.
I know.
Yeah, you know how I do things. And then hold on, let me make this screen bigger for you guys because I might as well make it bigger. So we also have things like on this side we have, of course, you want to play the revenge game narrative with Saquon Barkley at 9,000. That's not a horrible price point for him, but it is still pretty high. So if you want to go with something a little bit cheaper, one guy that I like a lot is Chuba Hubbard going against the Washington Commanders. I think this is a great play for the price. Another guy is right below him at Josh Jacobs, going against the Houston Texans. They tend to be a run or a pass funnel defense, which tends to, leave them pretty vulnerable to the run. 1 sec, Tank Bigsby on the, did he get the first down? Nope, they didn't give him the first down. He is 3rd and 2. They went and it's 4 inches, it looks like. So I don't know if they're going to go for it or not. I don't know. He was short. He looks short. It's 4th and 1. So 4th and 1 right now. I don't know if they go. It looks like they are going for it. Yeah, they're going for it.
Ooh-wee.
Tank right up the middle. I'm going to wait 2 seconds, guys. I'm sorry. This is good to know. Oh, yep. Tank right up the middle. And they didn't get it. They did not get it. He was stopped at the 1, or he stopped right on the line. Big stop for the Patriots. That was huge. Yeah. Big stop.
Gosh, you gotta love football. Those are those moments, man. Like, how do you not get an inch, bro? Like, that
was tough.
It's so crazy.
So apparently, Demario Douglas has been, fighting an illness with, I think it had something to do with the travel, some with anti-nausea meds and things like that. So just be aware of that. He's questionable to return. I don't think he does, just because why make it worse? So we'll see. So Chuba Hubbard, like I said, Josh Jacobs is another guy. Tony Pollard at $7,100. I absolutely love this price point going against Buffalo. If you're going to beat Buffalo, you're going to beat them on the ground. So Tony Pollard is a great price, and he's the only one there other than Justin Chestnut. So, they will probably throw him in there, but I think that majority of the play is going to go to Pollard. Another guy that is just below him is Devon Achane, $6,900. You will never see Devon Achane at that price again. You're better off grabbing him now versus the Colts. And honestly, this is one of my favorite picks today. So $6,900
just for the pure upside alone. Like, if you're putting a DFS lineup out there, you have to at least have one build with HN in there. Come on.
Yeah, for sure. Rambling Man, he goes, zero transparency from New England regarding Demario Douglas. They need to be held accountable. Completely agree. 100%. Because this doesn't make any sense that you wouldn't report this prior to the game and let everybody know that he was not feeling at 100%. You were willing to post about, Kenneth Walker a day prior. Now, yeah, we kind of both did the, it's his birthday, so maybe he went out and, was a little hungover. But at the end of the day, you should be held accountable. They had to, well, for one, they had to travel to Atlanta. They had to travel to, London. But you could have known this prior to game time. Like, they were giving him anti-nausea meds and IV prior to the game. Come on. Like, ridiculous. Absolute. Yeah. So Smokey goes, what players do you guys like for a touchdown? In which
ones that I'm starting in fantasy?
Anybody? Yeah, basically anybody I have in fantasy.
All the guys I have in my fantasy team.
But if you're asking from the group of guys that I've been, running down, I like Hubbard. I was
literally that was the first name I was gonna say too.
Hubbard, Achane.
If Ken Walker wasn't sick, I would have said I liked him.
I would have said Ken Walker. Yeah.
I mean, I think Monty is a pretty much a.
I don't know about
until he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's scored in 9 straight games. He's like on that Christian McCaffrey streak.
Oh, is he? Well, I thought Kyron Williams is on that streak.
No, I know Demont. Well, Demont scored in every game so far this year for sure, and I think that extends into the. I mean, I know he scored against us in the playoffs. That was their last game, and then he scored in the previous game. That I think it's been going on since last year.
Okay. That
I
works.
mean, I could look it up. I have all the stats like at my fingertips, so I'll get back to you.
Okay. I mean, the next guy that I was going to talk about right now was
Saquon. Duh, Saquon. Like
Saquon.
I would say he's going to score 2. Like I'd bet the over on 1.5.
Saquon
this week for Saquon.
Saquon for sure. I'm not even thinking twice about that.
Like if I had if you gave me $20 to put on anyone, it would be him.
So I was going to tell you guys to go with Brian Robinson Jr. For this one. Brian Robinson Jr. is another guy that I like for a touchdown, to be quite honest. But to be fair here, I was going to tell you Austin Eckler if he was inactive. Eckler could be a sneaky touchdown guy too. One guy that I like this week also price point wise is where is he? Deontay Foreman going against Cincinnati. Yes, Nick Chubb is going to be involved, but they will have to use Foreman to kind of spell him here and there. And he's more of a goal line back anyway. I don't think they want to risk re-injuring, with Nick Chubb. So for me, Deontay Foreman isn't a horrible pick with that price point. Another guy that I like that's a little farther down this list that is kind of going untalked about is Tyler Goodson. He's being heavily used in that Colts offense a lot more than Trey Sherman is. I like Goodson in this matchup. So I think if you're willing to spend up on everybody else and use him as like a quote unquote flex, he's not a bad option at $5,100.
Use him as your RB2 and like a hero RB type bill.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's what I tend to do with that. And then I'll use like a stronger option in my flex or something like that.
Right. Right. Maybe allow you to spend up to go.
Hunter Henry, man.
Pair him with a Goodson.
Hunter Henry is doing well, man.
I have him in a couple of my SFB type lineups where you're getting those first down.
Oh yeah,
extra bonus points and stuff like that.
He's a monster right now. I mean, 8 for 8 and 92 yards. I think I have him in. I think I have him in Scott Fishbowl. I just haven't been using him. I don't know why.
Tragedy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have Caden Otten and a few other guys. No, I have Strange. That's who I have.
Shout out to the ACG Veterans tournament.
Hell yeah.
Charity League. I'm starting him there. He has 27.2 points. It's a Scott Fishbowl mirror. So yeah, 27.2 already.
Oh yeah.
4 first downs. Man, if you had a touchdown on there too.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go. Anyway,
we'll see how that goes. I mean, there's still 8 minutes and 31 seconds left in this game, so plenty of time for them to come back and do some stuff. So let's move on to wide receivers that I like for DFS today. We have Justin Jefferson, of course, at the top at $9,400, which is a huge, huge jump. This should be a good game for him. So if you want to pay up for him, I don't mind it.
Was that Pop that caught that, or was that who was that?
I keep seeing DeMario in there. No,
I gotta rewind that.
I would have gotten a alert about Pop.
It must have been
Douglas is in there though. I've seen him in and out. It was Austin Eckler, Drake May. Oh, Boutte caught a 33-yarder.
Oh, it was Keyshawn Moody. Okay.
Yeah. So so for those that are watching the game at the same time, I have been seeing DeMario Douglas like being thrown in there. It just looks like as much as he's listed as questionable, he's just kind of going in and out.
I think they got like 3 tight ends on the field right now.
Well, I saw Hooper out there a bunch of times, and
is that Henry?
I see Douglas out there right now. So
I think you're ahead of me. I'm only at 827. I'm on the 3rd and 10.
I think I see Douglas at the top of the route. If I'm being on. Oh no, yeah, no, that's Polk. I have like half a screen that I'm looking at here, so I gotta make it bigger.
Yeah, I have it on my bigger screen too. Yeah.
So yeah. So some value picks that I like for today: Jaden Reed at 7,600. This guy's been on fire. For the price you're paying for him, I have no problem paying that to go use a guy like Jaden Reed. Terry McLaurin is another guy. This game, this over-under is one of the highest on the slate. I think it is the highest at 51.5. I mean, $7,200 is a steal for him right now. I would have no problem playing Terry McLaurin in this matchup. Both defenses are horrible. Oh, who is the freaking KJ Osborne, you piece of garbage. KJ Osborne with the touchdown. So making it 25-17, keeping this game
That's the
tight.
worst.
I know. That is the worst feeling in the world.
I'm literally playing so many players in this game and not KJ Osborne.
Not KJ Osborne. Oh, it was a great throw. Great throw by Drake May. Put it right
to
in
Henry
zone.
instead.
Yeah. At this point. Yeah.
Yeah. What
they're
a
going
throw.
they're going for 2. So we'll have to wait.
I'm behind you still. So yeah, I just saw it right now.
No, you're good. They're going for 2 right now. I don't see Douglas out there, which I'm a little upset about. Let's see what they do here. Oh my god! Oh my god! Polk just fell on the cut. So Waddle, Chubb, or Lockett? No, not anymore. It stopped raining.
Well, yeah, I was just saying it was raining earlier.
Before,
they were saying the field was holding up pretty well, but apparently,
yeah, they were running pretty well on it. So Waddle, Chubb, or Lockett? Is this full PPR? Half PPR? If it's full PPR, I'd be a little bit more inclined to go Waddle. If it's half, I might lean Chubb. But it's a tough one. Let me know what you have in there so we can give you a better answer. But for me, it's probably going to be Waddle, then Chubb, then Lockett. But I don't hate the Lockett matchup either.
Well, Lockett, it's not even so much about that. He was just questionable coming into the game.
Yeah, but they play at 1 o'clock and he's active. So.
Yeah.
I'll go with Waddle here. So top 5 low darks. What's going on, brother? Great to have you here. He goes, who should I flex? Pickens, Wandell, Worthy, Najee, or Mostert? Half PPR. I would flex out Wandell here. I love Wandell in this matchup.
With Neighbors back? Yeah, I'd
with
go,
Neighbors back.
Wandell.
I like Wandell regardless. 3rd highest in targets this season. Even with Neighbors on the field. I like Wandell a lot. I've been freaking pounding the table. So I like him a lot. So Darius goes full PPR, not sure how and sure, no Lockett. The money line is high in that game, but trusted Waddle to get 40 yards and just like 8 fantasy points, kind of scary. Yeah.
It is.
It is.
I just think the floors of the other guys are a little less than that. So
yeah, I agree. I think
coming
Waddle's
off a bye. They could have, been working on
kind of worked it on
manufactured touches. They can do better.
I just hate Waddle because every game that I've ever watched with the Dolphins, he tends to like always be hurt throughout the game. Like he'll get hurt,
then stop watching the game. Classic. It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
But anytime I watch, he's just, or I get an alert that within 10 minutes that he's hurt, and then all of a sudden he's back in the game, and then he's hurt, and he's back in the game. It's like, come on, stay healthy, bro. So, what do you think for top 5 low darks? I liked Wandell. You said Wandell too, right?
Yeah.
So, I like Wandell there a lot. He's been on fire lately, and especially if it's full. Even I know it's half PPR, but he'll still be involved. Normally, I tend to lean to the running back in most half PPR situations. At least if they're pass catching ones. And Mostert isn't high enough for me to want to play that, and I like Wandell a lot more for that. So
yeah, if Achane was out, probably, and then if Pickens wasn't going up against Sauce, I probably would have said 100%. Pickens because I mean he would have had the better chance for a touchdown, especially with Russell Wilson. It fits his set a little more, so he could still sneakily have a good game unless they decide to use him to shadow, which I want to find out if they. I want to find out if they do that. But that's because Saleh didn't believe in shadowing. Now that he's not there, I'm interested to see if they're going to be using him to shadow. So, gotta love football, man. This is stuff we're looking out for. Like this is what we want to see.
I mean, if you're gonna want me to rank them a little bit, it would be Wandell, Najee, Pickens, Worthy, Mostert. Like that's how I would do it.
Yeah.
I like Najee in this matchup. Jets aren't, great against Jets aren't the best against the running back. They are currently like 9th. I understand that's high, but they're not horrible against that. Yeah.
Yeah, Najee's a little banged up, but yeah.
Well, that's why I like him second.
I don't know.
Wandell is my guy. Wandell is my guy.
I don't even I'm kind of thinking I'd even put Pickens and then Worthy and then Mostert and Najee. That's how I'd go probably.
Okay. So yeah, you got a little bit of a different take from both of us, but I like Wandell on this one.
Yeah, we're agreed on that. Yeah, you just need one.
I think Wandell is the guy. So next, after I went over Terry McLaurin, the next is Tank Dell at $7,000. I mean, that's a great price point for their quote unquote lead target. I do just like this matchup for him as well. So for me, Tank Dell. The next one's the guy right below him, and this is more volume based, and just because I know that they're going to get him involved early. Devontae Adams versus the Steelers at $6,900. After this week, you will not get him at that price. So use him while you can. Another guy is Wandell, who we just talked about. $6,600 is a wonderful price for him. I want to take him if I have the opportunity. Right below him, we have James Williams.
I was going to say that's the one that sticks out to me.
Yeah, that one sticks out. Jameson Williams is a huge one. I love this price point. $6,500 is insane. I would have told you Josh Downs if Joe Flacco was playing, but that's not the case.
Mooney's
they
nice
will
too there
involve.
for 6,300 even.
Mooney's not a bad price point, but I like Jordan Addison a little bit more at 6,300. I think that's a better price point and a better matchup overall against Detroit. Now that Aiden Hutchinson's not there, it's going to be a little bit more of a passing. That offense is a little bit weak against the pass. So for me, I do like this
Detroit
particular
throws. They're like top 3 in least amount of throwing in the league right now. That's why Goff's numbers aren't that big, and I'm on Raw.
Yeah,
but yeah, hopefully now with those losses they'll open it up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. The next I like is Juju Smith-Schuster at $6,100 against your 49ers. I honestly think that he can be involved pretty heavily in this game. I think Fred Warner is gonna have to shadow, Travis Kelce a little bit more than he would normally do, which would mean, leaves things open for Juju a little bit.
Travis Kelce can have, full disclosure, Travis Kelce might have a huge game because we're like on our like 4th backup safety.
Yeah,
like,
I saw that.
It's not just Fred Warner that has to guard him. Like usually it's your safety that's guarding that tight end. And especially the type of routes that Kelce is going to run, like they're going to have to bracket with Fred and the safety, and like how savvy Kelce is. Like I'm a little worried that we might get diced up by and just Andy Reid knows how to play against this defense.
Well, he's coming off a bye too, so this is one of his.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, they are always good off a bye. Drew, I see you in there. Don't worry, I'm gonna just
shout out to Phil. He's at the game today.
Phil's at the game today, so shout out to Phil. Good luck, have fun, be safe, and have a great time, brother. One of my last guys. I put up the big one. Is Romeo Doubs. Wow, why do I keep doing that? At $6,000. I think he's heavily, I think he's one of the most heavily involved guys on this team, except for Jaden Reed. He's definitely involved in the passing game and is a pretty good possession guy. So I do like him here for that price point. The other guys who we talked about before, Xavier Legette, $5,900 in this game. I want any piece I can for this particular matchup. So I do like Legette in this matchup and for that price point. A little bit more than I would like Deontay because of, being injured. So, Drew in the house. What's going on, Drew Lario? Your long lost cousin might be watching.
Oh, yeah.
So it's always good when I can get both of you here. He goes Jameson Williams, Jordan Willington, or Lad McConkey. Full PPR.
Oh, that's easy. JMO all day.
Yeah, I'm leaning JMO as well. I do.
It's not even close to me. Then I'd go Lad and then Winnington.
I was going to go the other way. I was going to go Williams, Jordan Winnington, if you're going to rank them that way. But yeah, I do like JMO a lot in this matchup. Definitely going to be involved as much as possible. Harrison Smith and Bynum are really good against the run. They're not that great against the pass. They are definitely involved. They can still get up there. They're still really good at catching the ball and all that. but they are much better at run stopping than they are deep. So I do like this matchup for JMO.
Yeah, and Lad's a little banged up coming in the game too. So
Yeah, it's questionable.
maybe I go Whittington, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaning. Well, Jordan Whittington's hurt too, so I mean, both are coming in with something. But he should be the second,
Both are kinda banged
second
up.
target guy.
Then give me Lad for sure.
Yeah. So he also goes word. Also, am I crazy for benching Kyler for Sam Darnold?
No, you're not.
I don't think
It
you're
sucks
crazy.
to do, but you're not crazy.
So I have a situation where I have either Jared Goff or Kyler Murray. And I'm actually going with Jared Goff today just because I like the matchup a little bit better. But I was a hair away from playing Kyler. So
The thing is Kyler, his rushing floor is what's gonna like save your day no matter
100%.
what.
Yeah.
It's just, and the thing you hate is he could just attain a ceiling with that rushing and potential passing with MHJ back. That almost makes you go like, all right, like Sam Darnold needs like a 4-touchdown, 300-yard game to like really do anything. Like, Kyler can have, 60 on the ground. And I mean, shoot, he broke like a 56-yarder against us, like on the third play of the game last week.
Yeah.
So, that's always there. So he has a higher ceiling, and I think he has a higher floor.
Yeah.
But you're not crazy if you just kind of want something in the middle. Just you're probably going to be pretty safe with Darnold in that. Shootout.
That's what I was going to say is that Darnold is definitely the safer play. He is definitely that, if you're currently, let's just say
he's going to get you 18. Like I feel comfortable saying he'll give me 18. Kyler can get you 11 or 30.
Yeah. And that's the crazy part about it. I mean, if you're facing a team right now that's facing like, Brian Thomas Jr. and Tank Bigsby, and you want to go crazy, go with Kyler. If you're going right now 0-0 and you're waiting for the 1 o'clocks to start and you need a guy, I think Sam Darnold's not a horrible play, to be honest. At this point, you don't really need upside. It's really, you just need that steady guy to get you through the game. That's how I view it. So let's go into tight ends real quick. Of course, you got your big guns at the top with Travis Kelce and George Kittle. Kittle topping Kelce, which is fantastic. So here I like Kyle Pitts at $5,900. I'd rather spend down on my tight end if I can, and he's in a perfect scenario that you could use Kyle Pitts. So $5,900 I do like. David Njoku is another guy I like, $5,300 going against Cincy today. I think that's a good matchup for him as well. Another guy I like is Dalton Schultz versus the Packers. Now that Nico is out, they've been kind of involving Dalton just a smidge more, so it's nice to see his production as well. And then, of course, Zach Ertz at $5,100. That's going to be a matchup to watch, my friends. It's 51 over under. I think that's going to be a fun game of back and forth. Hopefully, it's just touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. So we'll have to wait and see. And then last but not least, my defenses of the day for value picks. There's not much in value, to be honest. I wouldn't mind spending up on the Buffalo Bills versus Tennessee, especially if Mason Rudolph is playing. But Cincinnati is another team that I like as well. But if you want to go value, I have the Falcons at $3,400 as well. Wait, where are they? There they go. $3,400 against Seattle. Gino tends to, he can make mistakes here and there. The other one I like a lot is the San Francisco versus Kansas City at 4,000. Man, I like your Niners. I'm telling you, I know it's going to be a rough day, but I do like the Niners today. So, let me get Neanderthal first. Neanderthal goes, "Hey guys, woke up late today. What's up with Aaron Jones? He is playing today. He is active. So you can load him up if you have him. I think he's going to be a solid RB2. So definitely throw him out there."
What up, Neanderthal?
Yeah, what up, brother? He goes, so Untamed Music. What's going on, man? Great to see you here today. He goes, good morning, good morning. Who should I start in half PPR? Tank Dell today or Marvin Harrison Jr. tomorrow?
That's a little closer.
Yeah, they are definitely closer for me.
I think I'd go MHJ there.
MHJ? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go in that.
Though.
I think I have them back to back. Hold on, guys.
I'm like, I actually got to go to the rankings for that.
I got to go to my rankings. I got to go to my
sheets
sheets real quick. Hold on one sec. So for me, Packers are currently, where are they? Packers are currently 18th in fantasy points against per game, which is pretty good against the wide receiver, or pretty bad. I mean, good for you. And then the Chargers are at 6. So I might want to go with Tank Dell actually, based on that. That matchup difference is huge.
Yeah, Chargers are sneakily pretty good defense.
Yeah, they've been playing well.
The ball, so limited potential possessions, but MHJ is just such a big play. Yeah, I mean, anytime he's on the field, he can hit his head on the goalpost. So you got to be aware of that.
I mean, the 44, it's 44 point over under versus the 48. So I want to be a little bit more involved in the Texans game, to be honest. So yeah, I think I'm going to lean Tank Dell here. I was leaning Marvin Harrison, but I think I'm going to go Tank Dell here.
Nice. Yeah, I literally have Marvin Harrison at 20, Brian Thomas Jr. 21, Tank Dell 22.
Yeah.
Jameson Williams 23, Mooney 24. So like right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I have, where is he? Trying to find him on my list. I have.
And you can find our rankings at getrightff.com. Just so you guys know.
I have Harrison Jr. currently at like 39, but I had him there prior to the news. So I got to move.
Yeah, no, I just had to kind of place him up there too, because I had him down until I knew where he was at.
Yeah, I have my rankings. I had to kind of adjust as I went, just because of a lot of the injuries that we had today. So yeah, and then he goes, yeah, so tough benching my second rounder, but I'll take Tank today. Yeah, here's the thing, guys. My biggest thing about your teams, you can't really think about draft price anymore. You're past that point. We are 7 weeks in, and it's gotten to a point where you can't really worry too much about your, when you drafted them. Yeah, it sucks if you have a second round pick that you got to bench, but it's one of those scenarios that you have to kind of do it sometimes. A lot of people drafted Patrick Mahomes in like the 4th, 5th round. He's QB 23 right now. Do you really want to play your QB 20, the QB 23, or do you want to play a guy like Baker Mayfield who, might have went undrafted in most leagues or went at the end of the particular draft that you are pretty much starting weekly like that? You can't go off right now. Draft price is kind of irrelevant, in my eyes, and especially with some of the guys in the top, the guys that you drafted in the first round aren't really producing what they should be. So, or are hurt. So, I mean, it's one of those things that you kind of have to get off that. You have to see the trends that are working out now and see what's going to work for you. And right now, as he's coming off the injury, he's going to play. Who?
Ray Davis.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah. That just kind of registered with me.
Wake up, West Coast.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, it's all hitting me now.
But yeah, I at this point, you kind of just have to go with the trends. You have to go with what's currently working. At this point, just to give perspective, in half-point PPR, you have Brian Thomas, or Marvin Harris at 26th, and I mean Tank Dell is a little bit lower because he's had less playing time, but he's at wide receiver 61. I get why you would want be a little bit hesitant to play him. But like I said, it's one of those scenarios where sometimes you have to kind of go against that, look at the matchups, see how team defenses have been going. I like Tank a little bit more today than I do with Marvin Harrison Jr., even though he is playing. So Rasta and Mike, what have we here? Yes.
What's up, Ray? The duo are back. We're here.
Yes, we got Rasta. We woke up Rasta this morning to get him involved.
That's good.
No, I'm kidding. He was awake.
I surprised him. I surprised Mike this morning.
Man, I was surprised to see a text at my time at 9:00 this morning. So That's 6 on your end. So we got Deontay Johnson or Jordan Addison in full.
Addison.
It has to be Addison, and I don't like saying that either because I love Deontay Smith. You guys know how much I love Deontay Johnson. I think it has to be Addison, and it's really just because of one, the matchup, two, the fact that Deontay is expected to play, but he has 3 injuries currently. He's dealing with a hamstring, ribs, and a ankle injury. So he's pretty much running, hobbled at this point. And they said that his ribs tightened up on him on Friday. So I don't know what that means. It said that it happened during practice. So I know they're being cautious in a way, but that's a lot. And even if he plays, he's not guaranteed to do 100%. So I think I'm going to go with Addison here. I'm in a situation where I kind of need to play Deontay everywhere. But I do have I have the ability
you have to play him.
Yeah, I have to. Well, I also have the ability to pivot out because right now Adam Schefter is right 95% of the time. Sometimes it just doesn't work out the way that he expects it to, and he always leaves that little bit of wonder where he goes expected to play, which means he's just hearing that he's going to get out there and try to play. So. We have to wait and see. So I think I'm going to go with Addison, who we know is going to play and is in a good matchup. So
so I started Douglas over Liggett, McConkey, Cooper, and Waddle.
Yeah, I played him over Winnington. So I'm not.
I had Cooper and Waddle and McConkey.
Yeah, I have Cooper.
All would have been better selections.
Well,
damn it.
Hey man, you didn't play Amari Cooper?
No,
I would
not over Douglas. Not over Douglas.
I would have. Oh,
Tennessee defense is still tough. I mean, I know Snead's
110%.
Still banged up a little bit, but
I'm telling you now, they're going to involve him like crazy.
Well,
you are
I'm sure they're going to try
starting him. Yeah. I would have done it in a heartbeat if I had him anywhere. Yeah. I didn't draft him because he was attached to Watson, but now that he's attached to Josh Allen, everywhere.
Yeah, we'll see.
They'll get him involved anyway. So full PPR.
I'm like 1-5 in this league anyway, so I was just kind of taking a shot on a matchup play.
Okay. So he has London, just to be aware. Full PPR. Worthy, Waddle, or Mooney?
I would
Mooney probably lean Mooney and just go with, lean into it. I don't like it, but I would do it.
Oh, and he has London?
He has London. Yeah.
Then maybe go with the upshot of Worthy, but
I don't love it, to be honest.
I know Frank's starting Mooney and Waddle in our home. So
I mean,
maybe get away with it.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough one for me. I want to go with Mooney just because I like him better than the other two and their scenarios, and they're more involved than the other two.
If Kirk Cousins were to go down, though, like you're screwed. Like you're gonna get a lot.
Well, you never know. Penix could do well, to be honest. So we're at the 2-minute warning. It looks like first and goal for the Jags. It's 25-16. They're on like the 4-yard line. Oh no, 10-yard line. They're first and goal. They're gonna pretty much just run this clock out. Hopefully, I can't see another Tank Bigsby touchdown. I will be very upset. I'm facing him in a couple leagues, and I don't need that loss right now. I need this win. Brian Robinson, Mostert, or Bucky, full PPR.
Brian Robinson against Carolina.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Brian Robinson too. Then Bucky, then Mostert. Bucky is in a tough scenario playing Monday, murky backfield with White being questionable and Sean Taylor evolving into something. Yeah, no,
with White.
White. Well, they said that he was questionable and possible.
Expected to play. Yeah,
he looked like he was. He looked like he was on the other end. So I don't feel it. I can definitely see Bucky doing okay, but I like Brian Robinson in this one. If he's playing, he's good. He's been the last few weeks he's been having some injury, and he's always a game time decision. And then all of a sudden he's like healthy and has like 30 points. So he goes, final question: Stroud or Love? Ooh, competing quarterbacks. I like it. I'm always going to lean Stroud in 90% of these questions. I have him everywhere. I don't have Jordan Love anywhere. I like Stroud a little bit more. What about you? I think you're more of a Love guy.
Yeah, I have Love at 5 and Stroud closer to like 8, 9. I have Darnold and Mayfield, Burrow ahead of him.
So I have Stroud at 6, Love at 4. So they're right next to each other. I just like Stroud better. I like how he plays.
His heart ranks him at his heart ranks him higher, but his brain told him to put him still ahead of Stroud for fantasy purposes.
Yeah,
just because you have to.
Hey, Ray, I
What's up,
appreciate
Ray?
it, brother.
Appreciate
He
you,
goes,
my
you
guy.
guys rock. Go Big Blue. I'm wearing my my Giants stuff today, of course. Wearing my
Okay, for a $5 super chat, I'll say go Giants. Let's go,
brother. Yeah, I love it.
Let's go.
I got all
Appreciate
my
you, my
Giants.
guy.
I got all my Giants in here today. I always enjoy that. So Jack's
Your show, you should. That's the one. They got
oh
support
yeah,
from,
I got Ray always in here. I got Patrick Lario. I got my Giants fans every morning. I love it. Love having you guys here. So thank you guys, and especially fucking you, Tank Dell, or not Tank Dell. Tank Bigsby just scored another touchdown. A gimme, a garbage touchdown, if you will. So Jack Haas, what's going on, brother? He goes, need help, fellas. Sit one. Diggs, AJ Brown, Mike Evans, or McLaren. This is a stacked lineup. Are we both thinking the same guy?
I think you got to sit Evans.
No,
with the potential injury, really? With the potential
he's off the injury. He's off the injury report.
But it's a hammy, and he could just pull up anytime. I mean, I know he's an Iron Man and everything, and I swear, and I always say it. I'm like, Mike Williams, it's always going to be a heart attack. He's going to be in and out of the lineup, but like he's going to keep playing, like no matter what's going on. But like, if you have this quote unquote abundance of riches, like I'm not going to take a chance playing some guy who could just pull up on that hammy. When you have like 3 healthy guys in great situations, like even over Diggs. But
I was going to say Diggs is my guy, and it's really just because I think what's going to end up happening is that it's going to be Jair versus Diggs, and I think Diggs can win that matchup.
Jair's not what he used to be, man.
No. Well, that's why I said I think Diggs can win that matchup, but I think what's going to end up happening is Stroud is going to lean more towards Dell because of that. And Dell, plays mostly in the slot where, Jair is mostly outside. So
Diggs plays a lot in the slot too. And they actually put Dell on the outside.
Crazy.
Let me get my PFF here real quick. Let me see that. Let me see.
The one I don't want to sit McLaurin just because this is one of the best matchups he'll have all year. AJ Brown, you can't say against Giants. I'm sorry. So I like Mike Evans. For me, it's Diggs. I like Evans a lot. I think you're overthinking it.
I'm starting him too, but I'm just saying, like, if I have those other 3 as an option, I feel comfortable taking that. And then
okay,
because you're gonna kill yourself if you end up waiting and then you play him and then he ends up playing like half a game and they just pull him or they get up early and just don't risk him, re-injuring. That's again. If it was between like Mike Evans and like, I don't know.
Ravens give up the most points to wide receivers at 32, and it's 30. They give up 36 points per game to wide receivers.
That's why I love Godwin.
Well, I love Godwin, but I also really like Evans too because they any team that they have faced recently have pretty much just they both wide receivers go off. I like Evans too much. Diggs, I don't mind, but if you're giving me these abundance of riches, it's AJ Brown, Mike Evans, and McLaren, and go with that because that game against the Panthers is going to be fun. So right now, New England's trying to get back down the field and score. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. 32-16. This is just garbage time at this point. They're just trying to get Drake May some reps. But Tank had a day. So did Brian Thomas Jr. Evan Ingram, to a lesser extent, had a decent day. Hunter Henry, for those in tight end premiums, had a really good day. Right now, they're involving Hooper a little more in this drive, but Hunter Henry, 9 targets, 8 receptions for 92 yards. Man, Demario Douglas stinking up the place with 3 targets, 2 and 14. So that hurt a lot. Hasty being involved a little bit more today. He's being involved in the passing game, 5 for 5, 49 and a touchdown. So JaMychal Hasty looks like the lead back for the Patriots at this point. Going back to the old ways, it looks like.
All right, you ready for the snap percentages?
Yeah.
Steph Diggs, 55% in the slot, 42% out wide. Tank Dell, 27% in the slot, 72% out wide.
Wow. Why would he be
I
out
told
wide?
you.
That's dumb.
I'm telling you, Classic. I know these things.
I know you do, but that's dumb.
We called this in the off season, don't you remember? Like we said,
did.
Diggs is going to be in the slot. I did.
Yeah.
You know, we got little guys on the ground that we hear these things from. Man, you gotta trust your sources sometimes.
Yeah. Well,
does that change your mind at all?
Only a little bit, but honestly, Evans has been on fire. It's just so hard to.
Oh, bro, believe me, I have him in our high stakes in the other.
I have Evans. I don't have Evans anywhere, and I still I have him at 12, and I have Diggs at 11. So, you know, it's one of those things where I just sit there and look, and I mean, his game logs the last few weeks. He averages. Let me look at his average because he had that big game. I just deleted it. Where is it? Wide receiver.
They're going up against the Packers, right?
They are going against the Packers, correct? Who are 22nd? No, 18th against wide receivers.
So Alec Pierce, he plays on the outside, had a good game. AJ Brown, Devonta Smith had good games. DeAndre Hopkins had a good game week 3.
So Tampa Bay
22.
He's averaging 7 targets a game, bro. Like you can't. 7 targets to Diggs is.
Oh, don't get me wrong. 8. It's not
so
as it's strictly the injury.
Yeah, I get that.
That's all it is. Like that's literally the tiebreaker. If not, he'd be there for sure. And then I'm probably sitting. I'm personally probably sitting McLaurin.
Yeah, that was.
But yeah,
normally I would have told you McLaurin in the beginning of the season.
Yeah. But like I said, JD5's the truth.
They both, all of them average 7 to 8 targets a game. Like I'm looking at their averages, and
that's why I said That's why I said the tiebreaker is I'll go with the 3 guys who are currently not coming into the game a little limped up. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
And AJ Brown is averaging 9 per game.
Yeah, AJ Brown's ridiculous. Yeah. He's number 1 for sure. Like not even a question.
No. So yeah,
McLaurin.
I think we're gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to lean towards Evans too, but sad.
I got him, guys. We got him.
Yeah,
let's go.
Slow. It's been a while.
Throw some stats at you, but we got it.
You did.
We got it. I know. I missed that. See, so that's what our show was founded on. Me trying to change your classic mind. That's how the name,
that's how
the name got
Fridays
invented. Yeah, exactly. That's how the name got invented.
So make sure you guys are, if you guys are new to the show, make sure you guys are checking out our other shows, our other affiliate shows, which is, with Kendall on the Fantasy Football Tavern. If you guys like some cold beers and hot takes, check out Kendall on the Fantasy Football Tavern. He comes out with some great videos for you guys to watch and, really good, informative stuff. And he's here every Friday with me to go over part 1. We did a big show last night, on Friday night, which was a ton of fun. And we ended up having a great time. Also, check out Phil at the Extra Point. I mean, holy shit. He's doing great with what he does every day, every Wednesday and Thursday. You got to come out and kick that extra point. So you go check out Phil. And then, of course, check out the Fantasy Tycoon himself, a.k.a. the best dressed man in the industry, in the fantasy boardroom. So make sure you guys check him out as well. For those that didn't.
CEO.
Yes, the fantasy CEO. And then if you haven't already seen our schedule, we got our schedule right here. Make sure you guys check it out. Make sure you clip this real quick. Make sure you see it. This is our shows every week. We're going to be back here tomorrow. We're going to be here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and back Sunday morning. So make sure you guys check us out there. Also, if you didn't or haven't gotten a chance, make sure you guys check out Underdog as well. Use that promo code Get Right, and when you do, they're going to help you at checkout. 50% of your deposit they will match. There's also, you get things like this where you get free picks like Rodgers, total over under of yards. They had this one too
for the
for
next
Bo
30
Nix.
minutes.
Yeah,
that was through Thursday.
Yeah, so make sure you
And
guys get
all of
that
October, they're Boostober, man. They're
Yeah, I
giving you
saw
boost
that.
tokens on their pick'ems, man. Get in there. They're just giving you multipliers and all these boosts. So check them out, man. And when you do, use that promo code Get Right. Let's go.
That's right. So also for those that are, we're getting near the end of the, I was not going to do that one, but we're getting near the
That's
end
right.
of the season.
Just a
So
flash
you're going to want, I know, right? We're getting till the end of the season. So now it's time to, get those particular trophies ready for those that are going to win it. You have things like this belt from trophysmack.com. Make sure you guys are checking them out. They have customized trophies that you can make, customized rings with, of course, Rasta has. And then we also have our, Kirk Cousins chains. So make sure you guys check out trophysmack.com. Make sure you guys use that promo code Get Right. They're going to help you out at checkout. So I appreciate everybody that's been in the chat today. Patrick Lario, Drew Lario, of course, Ray W. As always, we really do appreciate the super chat. So thank you, my friend. Go Giants. Oh, wait. I didn't even see this question. I'm sorry on Tandem Music. He goes, on the bright side, I traded for Gibbs and Dell, Caleb and Isaiah Garendo for Love. Oh, wow. That's a great trade. And I think slightly won that trade. Now Gibbs can be considered my second rounder. Nice. Okay, fair enough. I like that. I like that trade a lot, actually. So overall, thanks everybody. We really do appreciate you. So thank you for joining me today on Tandem Music. Thank you again for your questions and everybody else in the chat that was involved. So thank you. We will see you guys tomorrow night with this guy over here. He's gonna help you guys with some waiver wire ads to get you ready for next week for week 8. And so for everybody here at the fantasy or at the Get Right Fantasy Network, I appreciate you guys seeing it. So for Frank, Dustin, Phil, Kendall, Tycoon, this guy over here, Mr. Rasta, I hope everyone has a wonderful week 7, unless you're against
playing me.
Go off. Anyway,
We're going down
love you guys. We'll see you guys soon. Have a great week, guys.
Good luck,
Peace.
fellas.
Wanted to write fantasy is the play. Marking nothing, but I tune in every Friday. Strategies provided, I will lock in every way. So go